Rajak Acharya, Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem Sekha Ho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Jamuna Mai ki jai, Tulsi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shamaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Hari Hari. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya.
See the screen bigger, right? This is the first. Something is here. Hey, Prabhu, announcement करा दे. Mic है.
Hare Krishna devotee, welcome to Bensalem Bhakti Vriksha program.
So now the next part is we will chant one round of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then we listen some words from Vishnugada Prabhu. His Guru is Vishnugada Prabhu.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna. What's next?
Lecture.
Lecture, talking, discussion. Okay. Rabbi John.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, dear devotees, for our Bensalem Satsanga, weekly Satsanga. And especially we have very special guest today. His guest, Vishnugada Prabhu, is here. And I think so we are very happy to see him. We are happy to see him too. We are going to be enjoy for a very nice Bhagavatam class for Krishna Katha. I'll just introduce him about a little bit, just shortly.
Very short, very short.
Yeah. His guest, Vishnugada Prabhu, one of the senior most disciple of ISKCON founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, has been in Krishna consciousness movement for the past 50 plus years. He was initiated by Srila Prabhupada in the year 1971, which was the early stage of Srila Prabhupada ISKCON movement. He was in the youth at that time. During Srila Prabhupada's presence, his main service were cooking at New York Temple at 55th Street, which at that time was a very big temple. He then served for more than a decade as a temple president at ISKCON Toaku Temple, where he managed everything including cooking, arati, kirtan, etc. and managed it through several challenges. He used to organize annual Gita Nagari Kids Camp for many years, by which many kids got inspired to follow Krishna consciousness practice in their life. In recent year, he restarted Kids Camp again, which was a great success. Professionally, he is a psychologist, with his tight schedule for more than 2 decades. He managed to serve very delightfully at ISKCON Philadelphia in various services such as Festival Sunday, feast cooking, at Rath Yatra chairman, kirtan leaders, eloquent preachers of Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. He also served as ISKCON Philadelphia Board for several years and as a Sunday school teacher for a long time. Thank you. His grace Vishnugada Prabhu ki. Jai. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. Enjoy the classes. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Till what time? For 1 hour, okay. Prakashta, Would you like to lead Jai Radha Madhava? Everybody could move up a little bit who are here, if they don't mind. Yeah. Paramahansa Parivrajak Acharya Ashtotara Tata Shri Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shri Bhashadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Jamuna Devi Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Hari Hari Bol. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirbhishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Hare Krishna. Do you usually chant in response to the verse? You studied Srimad Bhagavatam, so. But if you do, you follow it on your phone? How do you do that? Or you know it, your Shruti Dharas. Shruti Dhara. You can just hear and then chant. Okay. This is Mukta Sangha Prabhu said I'm supposed to cover chapter 1, Canto 1, chapter 3, chapter 3, text number 2.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I chant, you chant? Okay. Yashyam Basi Shayanasya
Ishyam Srisasya
Yoga Nidram Vitanvata
Yoganidram Vitanvata
Nabhi Hridambujan Asid
Nabhirdam Vijadasi
Brahma Vishva Srijampati
Brahma Vishwa Srijampati
Yashyam Bhashi Shayanasya
Yashyam Vasi Sayanasya
Yoga Nidram Vitanvata
Yoganidram Vitanvata
Nabhi Hridambujan Asid
Nabhirdam Vijadasi
Brahma Vishva Srijampati.
Brahma Vishwa Srijampati
Please chant.
Yashyam Vasi Shayanasya
Yasyam Basi Shayanasya
Yoganidram Vitanvata
Yoga Nidram Vitanvata
Nabhirdam Vijadasi
Nabhi Hridambujan Asid
Brahma Vishwa Srijampati
Brahma Vishwa Sujampati. Yes.
Yasyam Vasi Sayanasya
Yasyam Vashi Shayanasya
Yoga Nidram Vitanvata
Yogi Nidram Vitanvata
Nabhi Hridam Bhujat Asid
Nabhi Hridambujan Asid
Brahma Vishwa Srijampati
Brahma Vishwa Srijampati. Anyone else like to chant?
Yasyam Visasayanasya
Yasyam Vashi Shayanasya
Yoganidram Vitanvata
Yogi Nidram Vitanvata
Ravirda Asid
Nabhi Hridambujan Asid
Brahma Vishwa Srijampati
Brahma Vishwa Srijampati. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Just a little Sanskrit. You know the H with the dot under it? I don't know. Technically, you're supposed to chant that aha or ihi. You know that? Yeah. I don't always do it because Srila Prabhupada often didn't do it. Not always. Sometimes he did. But that's why. But it's technically correct to do, yoga nidram vitan vataha. Yeah. And it's okay. So, and just the other day, we're also about the word jnana? Jnana. So in a class in New York, Srila Prabhupada said you could pronounce that Gyan or Jnana. Either way. All right. Yasya. Whose? Ambhasi. In the water. Shayanasya. Lying down. Yoga Nidram. Sleeping in meditation. Vitanvata. Ministering. Nabhi. Navel. Hrida. Out of the lake. Ambujat. From the lotus. Asit. Was manifested. Brahma. The grandfather of the living beings. Vishwa. The universe. Srijam. The engineers. Patihi. Master. Translation. As part of the Purusha lies down within the water of the universe, from the navel lake of his body sprouts a lotus stem. And from the lotus flower atop this stem, Brahma, the master of all engineers in the universe, becomes manifest. Okay. Purport.
Oh,
Yeah.
is the first word a or as?
A.
Okay.
What does it say, an in there? Or did I say an?
You said as, so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to confirm if this.
Yeah, a part of my mistake if I said as. A part of the Purusha lies down. A part, yeah. Yeah, okay. Sometimes you make mistakes unconsciously, right?
No, Prabhu, sometimes the online version and the book.
Yeah, but still, but it was a mistake. It's A here too. I said as. All right. I admit a mistake. I can admit a mistake. It's all right. I make mistakes. There's four defects of the conditioned soul. What are those?
To make mistake.
One of them is make mistakes, imperfect senses, illusion, and cheating. At least I'm not cheating, saying that I do everything right. Okay, all right, okay. Purport. The first Purusha is the Karanodakshai Vishnu. Who's that? Okay. Karana means what?
Causal.
Okay. Udaka means what?
Water.
Yeah, water. Shai is Shai. Yeah. From his skin, holes, innumerable universes have sprung up. In each and every universe, the Purusha enters as the Garbhodakshai Vishnu. What does Garbha mean?
Womb.
Yeah. Why is it womb? Why womb? Why is it womb? What's going on here? What's that? Why
Because
womb?
Lord Brahma takes birth.
Yeah. Anybody else?
And many universes come from.
That's Mahavishnu or Karana. This is Garbho. Yeah. Yes, very good. Brahma. Just like in the womb of a mother, living entity. Sometimes it's one, sometimes two, sometimes six. Depending on the species, there might be 50. But from the womb, there's living entities come. He is lying within the half of the universe which is filled with water of his body. And from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu has sprung the stem of the lotus flower, the birthplace of Brahma, who is the father of all living beings and the master of all the demigod engineers engaged in the perfect design and working of the universal order. Within the stem of the lotus, there are 14 divisions of planetary systems. Within the stem. Okay. And the earthly planets are situated in the middle. Upwards, there are other better planetary systems, and the topmost system is called Brahmalok or Satyalok. Downwards from the earthly planetary systems, there are 7 lower planetary systems inhabited by the Asuras and similar other materialistic living beings. From Garbhodakshai Vishnu, there is expansion of the Kshirodakshai Vishnu. Kshira means what?
Milk.
Thank you. Who is the collective Paramatma of all living beings. He is called Hari, and from him all incarnations within the universe are expanded. You happen to know that the title of this chapter?
Krishna, the source of all incarnations.
Okay. And from him all incarnations with this universe are expanded. Therefore, the conclusion is that the Purusha avatar is manifested in 3 features. First, the Karunadakshai, who creates aggregate material ingredients in the Mahatattva. Second, the Garbhodakshai, who enters into each and every universe. And third, the Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who is the Paramatma of every material object, organic or inorganic. People like things organic nowadays. So even if it's not organic, you're still one who knows these plenary features of the personality of Godhead knows Godhead properly. And thus the knower becomes freed from the material conditions of birth, death, old age, and disease, as it is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. I'm going to ask you about that later, so keep that in mind. Okay. In this shloka, the subject matter of Mahavishnu is summarized. The Mahavishnu lies down in the some part of the spiritual sky by his own free will. Thus he lies on the ocean of Karan, from where he glances over his material nature, and the Mahatattva is at once created. Thus electrified By the power of the Lord, the material nature at once creates innumerable universes. Just as in due course a tree decorates itself with innumerable grown fruits. The seed of the tree is sown by the cultivator, and the tree or creeper in due course becomes manifested with so many fruits. Nothing can take place without a cause. The Karana ocean is therefore called the causal ocean. It's not a casual ocean. It's the causal ocean. We should not foolishly accept the atheistic theory of creation. The description of the atheist is given in the Bhagavad Gita. The atheist does not believe in the Creator, but he cannot give a good theory to explain the creation. Material nature has no power to create without the power of the Purusha, just as a Prakriti or woman cannot produce a child without the connection of a Purusha or man. The Purusha impregnates and the Prakriti delivers. We should not expect milk from the fleshy bags on the neck of a goat, although they look like breastly nipples. Similarly, we should not expect any creative power from the material ingredients. We must believe in the power of the Purusha, who impregnates Prakriti or nature. Because the Lord wished to lie down in meditation, the material energy created innumerable universes at once. In each of them, the Lord lay down, and thus all the planets and the different paraphernalia were created at once by the will of the Lord. The Lord has unlimited potencies, and thus he can act as he likes by perfect planning, although personally he has nothing to do. No one is greater than or equal to him. That is the verdict of the Vedas. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindho, Dina Bandho Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namostute, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe, Vrindavaneshwari, Vishabhanu Sute Devi, Pranamami Hari Priye, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So this part of the Srimad Bhagavatam, very important part. Srila Prabhupada spoke one time on this verse in Los Angeles in 1968. And at that time he said, this is a little technical. You follow? It's a little technical. The three Vishnus. But he said, I mentioned as we were reading the purport that Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport that the Bhagavad Gita says if you can something about, what is that? That you can get free from birth and death by reading this. Where is that in the Bhagavad Gita? What's that?
Janma karma cha me
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvata chakva deham punar janma naiti mameti saujana. If you can understand my janma, birth, and karma is activities. Janma karma cha me divyam, spiritual, transcendental, yeah. Tatvata, in truth. Chaktva deham, by giving up this body, naiti mameti sojana. Giving up this body means you become free from birth, death, old age, and disease. So even though it's a little technical, it's a fruit that this is also one of the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You follow? Now, these three Vishnus are called Purusha avatars. Avatars. And it's a little tricky to wrap your head around this one, because usually you think of avatars, oh, they're coming here on earth, isn't it? At least I do. Think, oh, they're coming here on earth. Avatars. But avatars just means those who come from the spiritual world down. Avatar, how can they come down? So these are also avatars, the three Vishnus, Karanadakshay Vishnu, Garbhadakshay Vishnu, and Shiradakshay Vishnu. And they have their activities. Are you curious to know how the universe is created?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, there's people who get Nobel Prizes for coming up with a really good story about how the universe was created. You know that? Okay. The Srimad Bhagavatam hasn't as yet gotten the Nobel Prize. But in order to understand how the universe is created, it's going to be very difficult to figure it out with our limited senses and imperfect mind. You follow? Because this is information that's beyond the senses. It happened a long time ago in a different location. We're very tiny, very small. So unless we get the information, who would know best? Who would know best how this works, how the universe was created? The person who did it, right? Very simple. Yeah, very simple. So Lord Krishna is explaining here, this is his process of doing it. Now, does anybody here have a computer? Okay, a few people have a computer here. You think? Yes. Okay. So, on the computer, it's set up, right? But you click a few buttons, and then something's going on inside, isn't it? And then something comes out. Do you know what's going on inside? Unless you're a really good techie. Some of you may be. It's very complex stuff. Similarly, in this world, in this universe, how it's working, these things are going on, even though we don't see it. They're going on in the background, outside of our awareness, and we are very kindly being given this information to satisfy our need to understand what's going on. And there's not really any other way to get this information other than from the origin of the source. Do you follow? So this pastime of Lord Krishna's, it's also described in the Bhagavad Gita, as Prabhupada was mentioning in the purport. This is just ekanksena stito jagat. You know that verse in Bhagavad Gita? Because Lord Krishna was asked by Arjuna. He asked him, can you tell me about your glories? This is in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And Lord Krishna said, do you know what Lord Krishna responded? What?
Unlimited.
It's unlimited. And even in this world is just anksha, means just a part. Ek anksha, one little part of my glory. This whole universe is just one little part, anksha, yeah. So you've got Krishna's expansions, it comes all the way down to Mahavishnu, or Karanadakshay Vishnu, and then from him, there's millions and millions of universes being created through the pores of his body and by his breathing. This was said in the Brahma Samhita. You know this verse. Yashyaika nishvashita kalam atavalambya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanata vishnur mahansi yasya kala vishesho govindamari purusham tabaham bhajami. The Jagadandanata, each Jagat means, Jagat is in this case a universe. Jagadanda, anda is egg or ball. Jagadanda, that's one universe. Nata, Jagadanda Nata means Brahma. Brahma, Jagadanda Nata. And the life of Lord Brahma is just, the duration is one breathing period of Mahavishnu. Yeah. So you breathe in and breathe out. Hey, we do this in yoga, right? Not long pause. That's the duration. And from us, compared to us, Lord Brahma's life is 4,320,000,000 years. No, sorry, 4,320,000,000 years. Yeah. Times, that's 1,000. That's the duration of his one day. Yeah. And so his times 2, the duration of his light, times 30, times 12, times 100. 311 trillion years is the duration of Brahma's life. And that's the breathing period of Mahavishnu. All right. This is really something. All right. So one thing for us to remember also about the creation of the Lord is these 3 Vishnus are called Purusha avatars. Purusha. What does Purusha mean? You know, what does Purusha mean?
Enjoy, super enjoy.
Yes. The 2 prime definitions of Purusha. One is person. Purusha means person. And also Purusha means the predominating enjoyer. There's the Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha is the predominating enjoyer, and Prakriti is the predominated enjoyer. So Krishna is both person and the predominating enjoyer. Now, if there's a creation, understand, if there's a creation and the creation is being done by a person, this is a very interesting thing. Have you ever created anything? Have you? I bet you have. I bet you have. Some little thing. If a creation is done by a person, for example, what did you create? Somebody.
Prabhuji, we always take something that has been created by the Lord, and we use that to create something.
Yes. So that's your secondary creator.
Yeah.
That's true. So you're making some
Craft.
pulao. You're creating. You take the ingredients, but you're creating, right? But there's a purpose behind it. Go ahead. Gardening. Yes. And so there's a purpose behind you, because you're a person. You don't just do things haphazardly. When you create for a purpose, isn't it? So if this creation, this universe, with all the things in it, was created by a person, there must be a purpose behind the creation. You follow? Yes. Okay. So what is that purpose? We have to think about that. What is that purpose behind the creation? This one piece, one corner, the main part of the existence is the spiritual world. Yeah. It's important to know. What is the purpose of the creation? Who can say?
The reformation of the soul.
So you could say that's coming from the Purusha. It's for Krishna's enjoyment. And how is he going to enjoy? Sometimes people say, oh, this creation is meant for our enjoyment. Have you ever heard people say that?
Yes.
Yeah. It's meant for our enjoyment. What's the mistake there?
Not the enjoyer.
It's that's another point, but yes, that even if you think it's for your enjoyment, you can't enjoy it very well. And even if you try very hard, even if you think I'm doing very well, still it gets cut off at a certain point in time. So if it was created for our enjoyment, it was messed up. It was a karmic creation. You follow? Yes, it was created for the Purusha's enjoyment. And how is the Purusha? It's for his enjoyment. So what is the purpose of his creation? How is he enjoying? Because it's meant for us living entities who are forgotten about him to get a chance. We can try to enjoy this material energy, but come to our senses after a while and realize this is not going to work. It's going to hit a dead end. We're going to be beating our head against the wall again and again. And to reform ourselves, to come back to understanding that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, and our enjoyment comes scientifically if we do things to satisfy him. And then we get the enjoyment. That's Krishna's enjoyment. So you follow. If you create something, if there's a person behind it, a person creates because they have a purpose. And what is that purpose? To give us a chance to realize we're servants of Krishna. And let's engage in service of Krishna. Okay, that's first. Now another thing about creation, as you mentioned, which was very good, that if you create something, there's a sense of it's ours, right? It's yours. You created it, right? Isn't it? Okay. That's also there in the Shri Upanishad. Ishavasya medam sarvan yat kincha jagat yan jagat tena tyaktena bhunjita magridhakasvidhanam. Everything that's animate or inanimate that's within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. Therefore, you should only take stuff which is your quota and not take other stuff which is, because you know who it belongs to. You follow. So if you're renting an apartment, who does the apartment belong to? Is it yours? No. The landlord does. Okay. And sometimes they say, I'll rent it to you, no pets. Have you seen that?
Yes.
So what happens if you bring the pets in? You might get kicked out, right? And there's so many things like that. There's certain rules because it's not yours. The apartment's not yours. It belongs to somebody else. So you have to follow certain rules. So similarly, because this creation is not belonging to us or to you, it's belonging to Krishna, Ishavasya midam sarvam, Isha, therefore it behooves us, it's his creation, we've got to follow his rules. Do you follow? Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the background of these verses to how does it apply to our lives? How does it apply to our lives? This way. But you remember, there's a person behind it. Now, what happens if there's no person behind this creation? That Prabhupada comments in the purport there. In one of the later chapters of Bhagavad Gita, maybe somebody knows the exact chapter, it says, Asatyam apratishtam te jagad ahura nishvara aparasparam sambhutam kimanya kama haitukam. You know that verse? Asatyam. There is no truth. Well, what means is there's no absolute final truth. There's some truth we'll accept, but nothing absolute or final. We'll do it any way we want. Nasatyam napratishtamte. And there's no real basis for this whole thing. Apratishtamte. Jagad ahur anishwara. And there's no controller. There's no person behind it. Everything is happening by chance arrangement of things. So if you have the idea that the creation is developed, is coming just by a chance, that means there's no purpose behind it, isn't it? And there's no owner. So you can lay claim to anything you want, isn't it? There's no owner. So I'll just come to the United States and put a pole down and say, I'm claiming this for mine, isn't it? There's no owner. This is what happens in this world. That's what happens, isn't it? There's no owner. Okay, I claim it. And we can take it, we can do it, we can grab as much as we want for our own enjoyment because it doesn't belong to anybody else. It's for me. I think it is. This is the background of the atheistic idea because they think there is no controller. It's just happening by chance. Things happen. Here we are. Let me get as much as I can, what I can get away with right now. Even though in a short time, the person's going to die. Going to grow old and die. So these are important things for us to remember in Krishna consciousness about why this information is important. And if we can meditate on this, that Krishna is the, usually you think of creation and things like that. It's kind of a faraway thing. Yes. But in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna was understanding Krishna's position, Krishna said, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pavartate. From me, everything's coming. If we can really get a handle on that, what is iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. If you know this stuff, if you really understand this stuff, then what's the result? How will you act differently? Just like we say, we're all spirit souls. Okay, so you know you're a spirit soul. How does that affect your life? Does it change anything you do? Or you just go about your business? Oh, I happen to be spirit soul. No. If you're spirit soul, and we think we're really spirit soul, then naturally we should do those things that are going to benefit on the spiritual level. That's called bhakti. And if we know that this universe was created and is owned by God, Krishna, then naturally, Bhuta, iti matva bhajante ma. Krishna is saying, and then Arjuna agreed. He said, Param bhava, param dhama, pavitram paramam bhavan, purusham, shasvatam divyam, adidevam ajam vibhum. I accept everything you're saying. You are the greatest, you are the supreme. Therefore, I'm going to surrender to you and do what you say. So that's a really consequential thing, if we know this stuff. So, for me, creation and things like that, it's a little far-fetched. Like Srila Prabhupada said, it was technical stuff. How do we make it real? How do you make it real? Because I said that Purusha means two things. One was person. Yeah. So a person, there's a personality. Person has personality and does stuff. And this is, here Mahavishnu's resting, sleeping, and Garbhodakshay Vishnu's there at the bottom of the ocean. But are there any interpersonal exchanges that are there that we know about with Mahavishnu and Garbhodakshay Vishnu? Go ahead.
Mahavishnu basically manifests in every universe as Garbhodakshay.
Yes. But I'm saying, that's kind of distant from my consciousness a lot. We can see everything is created, okay, yeah. But are there any interpersonal exchanges that you're aware of? He creates the universes and he populates with his glance, all the living entities are put into the Mahatattva. But are there interpersonal exchanges that you can think of with Mahavishnu or Garbhodakshay Vishnu? There are. That's sure, actually, yeah. Okay. I was just wondering. I'm testing you. Okay. The last part of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There's a whole chapter, 70 pages. It's the biggest chapter in the Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto. It's called Prayers to the Personified Vedas. You remember this? 70 pages. And what is it? Parikshit Maharaj is asking Shukadev Goswami, how are you going to understand spiritual stuff? How is that possible? Is it, how do we do this? We're material people, we got material senses, like that. So Shukadev Goswami says, the same question was asked by Narad Muni, who went to Badarik Ashram. And there was Narayan Rishi. So Narad Muni asked the same question to Narayan Rishi. And you know what Narayan Rishi said? The same question, this is Narayan Rishi said, that same question was asked in the Janaloka planets to Sanat Kumar. And he quoted the speaking of the great Vedas personified when they were waking up Garbhodakshay Vishnu. At the beginning of each day, there's So apparently the Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he rests, he sleeps, but he doesn't use an alarm clock. Okay, we're getting really, but the personified Vedas come, and then they chant mantras, and they're glorifying him, and that's when they wake him up. So that there's creation at that time. Oh, okay. So this is very personal, very personal. That's about Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and then the prayers and everything go on a long time. It doesn't talk about any reciprocation, though, that goes on. But there is one, after that, there's one pastime that happens with Mahavishnu. Because there was a Brahmin in Dwarka. You remember this? And he had a son. And as soon as the son died, he touched the ground from after birth, and he died. So what happened? He got really angry. Who did he get angry at? Huh? Who did he get angry at?
God.
He got angry at the king, Ugrasena, because he said, I'm a good Brahmin, I'm not doing anything wrong. If the son dies before the father, that must be because this king is doing some bad stuff. And he went there and he started lambasting the king. And it happened not just once, but several times. So one time Arjun heard it. And Arjun, he hears this Brahmin criticizing the king, saying, you must be just selfish because you only care for your own welfare. You're not doing the welfare for the citizens. You're a sense gratifier. He's accusing the king of doing that. So Arjun hears that and says, wait a minute. I'm going to take care of this. I'll take care of this. And he said, and if I can't, I'll throw myself into fire. So then he staked himself out around the house of the Brahmin for the next, when the Brahmin's wife got pregnant. And she was giving birth, and then what happened? Boom. Again died. And so what did Arjun have to do? He's getting ready to burn himself in the fire. So Krishna said, don't be anything hasty. Don't be hasty. Come on. Come with me. Actually, he went to different places first. Arjun went to different places first. He couldn't find. So then he was about to enter the fire. Krishna said, don't be hasty. Come with me. And then Krishna got in his chariot and they traveled through the coverings of the universe. And who did they see? No. Well, they didn't see Yamras through the coverings of the universe. Through the coverings of the universe. Mahavishnu was thinking. Mahavishnu was there. And what was Mahavishnu? Krishna offered obeisances. Arjun was just flabbergasted. He offered obeisances too because Krishna offered obeisances. And you know what Mahavishnu said? He said, I have to admit, I took those sons of the Brahmin. I brought them here. You know why? Because I wanted to see you. I wanted to see you. And I thought that was the only way we could see, because I know Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishna Govindaya Namo Namaha. Because you care very much for the Brahmins. So you're going to go to the nth degree to try to satisfy this Brahmin. So I knew that you would come, and then I would be able to see you, because otherwise it wasn't going to happen. He says that. So this is personal, right? Mahavishnu, personal. So even Krishna is, we say that Mahavishnu is the great Vishnu. Maha means very great, but even more important, more attractive than Mahavishnu is Krishna. So when it says that, it said in the purport that all the incarnations are coming from Garbhodakshay Vishnu. But it says the chapter title is Krishna is the source of all incarnations. So how is that consistent? So all the incarnations are coming from Garbhodakshay Vishnu, but it says Krishna is the source of all incarnations. How's that? You follow the question? Please explain.
Through Garbhodakshay.
Is it, do all the incarnations come through him? Like they pass, you go through customs. You say go through the customs place. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm checking your passport. Okay, Vamanadev, you can come. Okay, Nrsingadev, you can come. Is that how it works? I'm asking. It seems inconsistent, right? But if you think about it, so everybody, you all get water in your house, right? What's the source of the water? The tap. Is the tap the water? Is that the source of water? Is really the source of the water? What's the source of the water? You say it's so that it comes in the river. There's a reservoir. Yeah. Is that where the source of the water is? Where's the source? Is the source of the water the cloud? Where's the cloud come from? Yeah. So there's many. So you can understand there's many different sources, different karanas. And of all karanas, Ishvara Param Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana. He is the source of all sources, the cause of all causes. That's Krishna. Even beyond Mahavishnu, even beyond Garbhadakshay Vishnu. But it's good to know how Krishna does things in this world and by hearing about it, by understanding it, thinking about it, considering it, we make progress in spiritual life. Hare Krishna. Questions, comments? I had one. Kartals? I had one prayer that you might like. I know it's kind of late. I have 5 minutes. This is a prayer most people don't know. It's called Tumi Sarveshwareshwara. You have your phones? Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tomar Ichaya Vishve. This is Bengali. Tomar Ichaya Vishve Sri Jan Sanghar. So the first, you can look under kksongs.org, and it's by the first word of the song you can search. Tumi. Tumi means you. Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar. You are the controller of the all controllers. Sarveshwareshwara. Who's that? Brajendra Kumar. Tomar Ichai Vishve Sri Jan Sanghar. You follow? By your wish, Tomar Ichai Vishve, the universe, Sri Jan Sanghar, is created and destroyed. Then it goes, Tomar Ichamata Brahma Korina Sri Jan. By your wish, Brahma creates. Tomar Ichamata Vishnu Korina Palan. And by your wish, Vishnu is maintaining. Tava Ichamata Shiva Korina Sanghar. And by your wish, Shiva destroys. Tava Ichamata Maya Srije Karagar. What is a Karagar? What's Karagar? Jail. Yeah. That's a very nice prayer. It just captures what we're talking about here. You follow? Okay, so we'll sing it just real quick. I know it's time, but this is not known by most Hare Krishna devotees nowadays, so you can follow if you can. I say, you say. I sing, you say. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. Bengali. Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tomar Ichaya Vishve Sri Jan Sanghar. Now you say. Brajendra Kumar Tomar Ichaya Vishve Sri Jan Sanghar. Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tomar Ichaya Vishve Sri Jan Sanghar. Everybody. Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tomar Ichaya Vishve Kore na Sri Janna Brahma Kore na Sri Janna Tava Icha Bhada Vishnu Kore na Panan Tava Icha Bhada Vishnu Kore na Panan Tava Icha Mata Shiva Kore na Samhar Tava Icha Mata Shiva Kore na Samhar Tava Icha Mata Maya Srije Karaga Srije Karaga Tava Icha Mate Jiver Janama Marana Tava Icha Mate Jiver Janama Marana Samriti Nipade Dukha Sukha Sangatam Samriti Nipadamaya Sukha Sangatam Miche Maya Bhakta Jiva Asha Pashe Pire Miche Maya Bhakta Jiva Asha Pashe Pire Tava Icha Bina Kichu Korite na Pare Tava Icha Bina Kichu Korite na Pare Tumi Tarakshaka Ar Paraka Amar Tumi Tarakshaka Ar Tumhara charan bina asha nahi Tumhara bina asha nahi Nija bola chitapati Varashakariya Nija bola chitapati Varashakariya Tomari chaya Ache Nibhara Koriya Chaya Ache Nibhara Koriya Bhakti Vinodayati Dina Kintana Bhakti Vinodayati Dina Kintana Tomari Chaya Tara Jivana Maran Tomari Chaya Tara Jivana Maranya Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tumi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tomari Chaya Srijan Sangha. Kumari Chaya Haribo, Haribo. Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar Tomar Ichaya Vishve Srijan Sangha. Very nice prayer. Hare Krishna. Was that a question? Is that a question? What is that question?
Yeah, this is the last song when you sing the Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Then I understand this. I know this. I'm first thing. Might be I'm wrong. That's why
Okay,
I did
okay,
not
that's
ask
all right.
question. You told us like in the creation purpose behind. There's 2 points. One is the supreme enjoy this thing, and also another one you said the realization. Then we are all living into this realization.
Yes.
Who forgotten the Krishna?
Yes.
Just connected to it.
Yes.
But this is also I'm just trying. I see the reading the books of the Prabhupada. He said also that all living entities who have forgotten this and who did not care about the Krishna, they are coming to here for the correction facilities. This for their correction.
Yeah.
The Karagar means
yes,
whatever.
Karagar. Yeah. So, but the purpose of the Karagar, it's not just punishment. Ultimately, the purpose of the Karagar is prison. People go to prison is to rehabilitate. Ultimately, I mean, punishment is that's there, but the real purpose, the important, to rehabilitate, to get them back. Sometimes people say, "Well, I mean, you get your bad karma, you're suffering. I don't remember what I did in my previous life that caused me all this suffering." But does it really? So if somebody's in the prison, does it matter whether they're a rapist, a murderer? No, they have to get rehabilitated. That's it doesn't whatever their offense was, whatever their crime was. It's not okay. Well, if I knew I was a thief, I'm going to stop. I'm going to not do any more thieving, but now I can murder. You follow? You follow? Whatever the purpose is, whatever you're a bad guy. We're bad guys. You and me are bad guys. In case you didn't know, even the kids. Surprising as it is, I know. Even though you're very cute, but the point is to rehabilitate, to begin to follow the laws of Krishna. Yeah. That's the point. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. I think they're supposed to chant a verse, isn't it? Is that what is supposed to happen now? Shloka. Oh, this is for you then, somebody.
Hare Krishna, bro. But before we ask somebody, if anybody has any question, feedback they want to share with you.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's this. Oh, okay, I didn't see any. Yeah.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. I have just one question. In the verse you mentioned Ishopanishad first verse. So just want to check, like in that verse it is mentioned about the quota. So how would we know about our quota? That this is my quota, this is his quota.
Yes. Well, just like in the purport, Srila Prabhupada talks about there's a quota for food, and we know that that's not meat, fish, eggs, things like that. There's a quota like that. So that's for food. So in other areas, there's specific things that are recommended for. So if you're getting a lot of money and you're not a rival to Elon Musk, are you?
I'm not that level.
Okay. So the general principle is take as much as you need just for your necessities, and the rest you use for give to Krishna. That's a standard thing. People have different levels. It'll be according to the time in life also. The brahmachari, the student life is much less required. Grihastha life is going to be more. No?
Yes.
And then going back, because the whole point is to get to become free from material attachments. So, less when one's retired and less when one's sannyasi. So according to the time in life, there might be different, you'll have a different quota. But still, the general principle is don't take more than you need. And how do you know that? Well, there's devotees to help you to talk. What do I need? What do I need? We talk. Yeah. Can you have a house? Yeah, of course you can have a house. Can you have a car? Yes, you can have a car. Can you have 5 cars? No, you can't have 5 cars. It wouldn't be a cut and dried principle, but just we have to be a little bit careful about with ourselves how we're doing things. There was one I mentioned in the class the other day. There was one disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. You remember this? And he was a working man. He got his salary, and he sent all of his salary to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. You remember this? Yeah. And so then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta sent him back what he thought he needed, like that. I mean that's pretty drastic. But the point being, be careful about it. Be careful about it. I don't know if that's of any use.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else has any feedback, questions?
Usually, people want to have many wives or many husbands. Well, that's not the, these are different domains of life. In the United States, there's a serial polygamy. But anyway, it's a limited, and every different, you have to think about every different one. And there's regulations and things like that we can consult. Hare Krishna. Oh, he has a question here.
So, can you please elaborate on the point in the purport which talks about cumulative Paramatma of all the...
Is that the name, what it says? Here.
Talking about Hari and...
He is called Hari, who's the collective Paramatma.
Correct.
Collective Paramatma.
Collect.
That means for everybody. This Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is within the heart of all living beings. Sometimes he's called Sarvatma, Akilatma. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I can tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is a collective Paramatma, and the Prabhupada also explained this. The Shakshi means like whatever the activities or living entity is doing, then he's just counting everything for this. This is collecting for all
Collective doesn't mean collecting, but collective, yeah. I mean, there's 2 birds sitting in the tree.
Yeah. This is
The 2 birds sitting in the tree, and Paramatma is there, and everyone. And so, the verse is there in the Brahma Samhita. Advaitam achyutam anadim ananta rupa madhyam purana purusham navayovim. So, even though Krishna or God is one, Anantarupa. Anantarupa means what? So you got on one hand we say God is one, but then the Advaitam means non-dual. One. Advaitam, Anantarupa. It seems contradictory. What are you going to do with that? Advaitam, Anantarupa. So the philosophy is Achintya Veda Vedatva. They're both true. He's one, but he's also... So the Paramatma is in everybody's heart, but he's also one. Figure that one out. You can't. It's beyond our conception. He's inconceivably, simultaneously one and many. Simultaneously one and many. Anantarupam also, in the translation, also can mean his rupa is unlimited. So he's got unlimited rupas, unlimited forms, and also his form, his rupa, is unlimited, which is different than our form. Our form is not unlimited. Our form is very limited, and it gets more limited as you get older. I mean, to a certain extent. So okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you Prabhuji for your nice class. So let's chant 3 times Hari Bol. Thanking Vishnugada Prabhu for sharing these wisdom words with us, nicely explaining the different Purushas. So next we'll have Bhagavad Gita Shloka recitation from Saturday school kids. Haribol. Haribol. Kids, come on. Shloka recitation.
Apariyam itasva anyam prakritim vidime param jiva bhuta mahabaho yedam dharyate jagat. Besides these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Apaleham BG 7.5 Apaleham etastavanyam prakatin vedime param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayedam dayate jagat. Translation. Besides these, Almighty Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the natural resources for the of this material inferior nature. Who's next?
Aparemiti Twavayanam Prakatim Vidina Me Param Jiva Bhuta Mahabaho Yayadam Dayate Jagat.
Apareyam itistvanya prakritam vidim me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yedam dharyate jagat.
English? No.
Apareyam
Itastvanyam.
Prakati Vidhi Me Param Jiva Bhuta Mahabaho Jajate Daharate Jagat.
Next. All right. Close.
Prakritim Vittime Param Jiva Bhuta Mahabaho Yayedam Dharyate Jagat. Besides these, there is another more superior energy of mind, which comprises of living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Now, Brinda Devi will be reciting the Srila Prabhupada quote this week. She can do it now. Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada quotes for the week, 16th November. Everything belongs to Krishna, so by his favor we get opulence, riches, but when we are opulent we forget Krishna because Maya is very strong. 17th November. These four principles, always think of Krishna, become Krishna's devotees, worship Krishna and offer your respect, obeisances to Krishna. That's all. This is Krishna consciousness. 18th November. There is competition of loving Krishna, even in the party of Srimati Radharani. It is a kind of rasa to compete in loving affection centering around Krishna. 19th November. Because you have given your life to Krishna, you're already perfect. But it is just like the ocean. If you're swimming in it, you may swim forever and not reach the shore. Similarly, there is no limit to the perfection of Krishna consciousness. 28th November. The beauty of the outer skin can be destroyed in only a few hours merely by a dose of strong purgative. But the beauty of truth is indestructible and always the same. 21st November. Preaching is more important than managing. Just because you are preaching nicely and distributing so much prasadam, the management will follow like a shadow, and Krishna will send you no end of help. 22nd November. We are neither renouncer nor enjoyer. We are simply servitor of Krishna. Please follow this principle and you will be never disturbed in any frightened condition offered by Maya.
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Vishnugada Prabhu, for nicely explain all the creations for the Srimad Bhagavatam. I think so. Hopefully, we are understanding very nice classes and enjoy. Thank you, Vishnugada Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And also, we have one announcement for this. Mataji said December 6th, we have the Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj Vyasa Puja in Deluar. I think so. We will be celebrate for this Mataji's house. I don't know the house yet. We'll be posting later on this our group, this house and all the addresses. Then we will. This might be the next week. We do not have this our program right here. Is it?
6th December, not next week.
Not next week, next to next.
6th December, is it Saturday, Mataji? Or no? Saturday, okay, then not this Saturday, next Saturday. Okay, then we will be, remember everything for this December 6th, we'll go to the Delwar and Mataji's house. And we'll celebrate the Srila Radhanath Goswami or Vyasa Puja. Thank you. We will recite the Mahaprasad mantra now and enjoy the Prasad. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmani Vaishnave Shalpa Punna Bhatam Rajan Vishwasa Naiva Jayate Charira Apita Jal Jarendriya Tahe Kal Jive Fele Vishwa Sagare Tar Mate Jibayati Luba Maya Sudarmati Take Jeta Kotina Sangsare Krishna Boro Dayamay Kari Bare Jibba Jai Saprasad Anna Dilabai Shey Anna Mrita Pao Sri Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dako Sri Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bhagavan Mahaprasadam ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnugada Prabhu ki Jai So the Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Gaur Pramanande Hare Hare
Krishna Brajesh Govinda Prabhu